Sorry, Captain. Another dawn patrol.
Where to now, Major? Ken?
You're learning. I'm turning you loose in the Wormerville sector this morning. Chase those Jerrys all the way back to Vel. Any target you like. Just be sure that you bring the plane back in flying condition.
Are you always this hard on your birds, Captain?
Harry used to threaten me regularly, Earl, so don't feel privileged.
Did it do any good?
Not once. So unless you'd care to ride along with me and tell the Jerrys not to shoot at me, you'll just have to make do.
No, sir, not me. I just read about that new Vickers Vimy. I sure wouldn't want to be up in the air with that monster.
Reporting as requested, sir.
At ease, Captain. You've got quite a record here, son.
Yes, sir. I've had a lot of practice.
How's your bird?
A bit roughed up, sir, but still flyable.
Good. I hate having to go begging for more machines. Go rest while you can.
August 10th, 1918, 1900 hours.
No use setting your sights on just one Jerry, pal. Not when you got a whole country just crawling with them.
Ulrich isn't just another Jerry. He's a mad dog who takes pleasure in chasing down helpless boys.
Didn't sound like Charlie, this friend of yours, was helpless.
Charles wasn't, but I saw Ulrich dive on our replacements. Boys so green they barely knew what a rudder was, and unload his entire coil on their downed planes. He wasn't satisfied with just shooting them down. He wanted to watch them burn.
Maybe you'll get your chance at Ulrich today, Captain. HQ wants the German aerodrome in the Tain sector hit hard. Your official instructions are to assist in pushing Jerry back to the Ain and demolishing that aerodrome. But I won't cry if you want to look up an old friend and kill him, especially if he happens to be stationed there. Just remember.
I know. Bring back the plane.
I wish Jimmy would get off my back.
What's Schaefer got against you anyway, Wilson?
When Jimmy found out that I ran track for Cornell, he decided I was a sissy.
You ran for Big Red and he thinks you're a sissy? There's a flaw in his logic somewhere.
Jimmy thinks that anyone who runs is a coward. Just like the Jerry's running for the A. If Jimmy doesn't understand it, it must be wrong.
Jimmy will be joining us later, pal. Earl found a few chores for him to do first.
And Jimmy's doing them?
You would too if Earl was standing over you with one of those big wrenches.
What's Earl sort at Jimmy for?
Earl has this thing about Jimmy picking on Wilson. And Jimmy keeps egging Earl on. He never learns.
Damn good job, son.
Thank you, sir.
I wish you would call me Ken. It doesn't feel right giving orders to someone with so many kills to their credit. Now get out of here. I've got work of my own to do.
September 16th, 1918, 04:45 hours.
I'll thank you to keep a civil tongue in your head.
You were a major domo?
That's the major domo to you, Tommy Swell. At the Waldorf, the finest hotel in all the 48 states. Oh, hell, who invited the Jerrys for breakfast? Well, don't just stand there, Tommy Swell. Go bounce those goons.
See, I told you I got one of those murdering Jerrys. I'm gonna take out his front teeth and send him to my mama.
You're going to do no such thing, Jimmy, so settle down. The Oberleutnant is our guest until headquarters can pick him up.
But that's how they treat their prisoners. Everyone knows that.
Then everyone is mistaken, Herr Lieutenant. We of my squadron have never treated our allied prisoners ill. However, I must admit I do not speak for all of my countrymen. But atrocities exist on both sides, I am sure. I am sorry to cause dissension among your men, Major.
It's not your fault, Oberleutnant. Dissension is never far from Jimmy.
War should be left to those young enough to feel such passion. Nicht wahr? It is no longer for a civilized man.
Oberleutnant?
Bitte, call me Gerhard. For me, the war's over.
Gerhard. Do you know of a German flyer by the name of Ulrich Gertmann?
Yeah, he is nearby somewhere. Thankfully not in my squadron. He has no honor and discredits the German uniform. I have fought well for my land and maintained my honor, though we have no hope of winning. But Gertmann is without principle. He will give his opponents no quarter. Mercy has no part in his world. It is not a world I wish to be a part of.
Did you get a look at the Jerry's bird, Captain?
Yeah. Never thought to see one that close, at least on the ground.
Did it look like it could ever fly again?
Maybe with a lot of work. Why?
Because Earl's crowing that he can fix it. Make it a secret weapon or something.
September 29th, 1918, 05:05 hours.
Ready for St. Mihiel later this morning, Captain?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Your target will be a train bringing reinforcements to the German First Army. Allied squadrons all across the sector are being called up. I hear tell that it's going to be the largest air attack ever mounted.
I hope none of the replacements get a wind up. With that many planes in the air, they'd take out another of our birds for sure.
Sorry not to see you off at the hangar, Captain. I'm afraid the paperwork has finally caught up with me.
Condolence letters, Ken?
Sorry work, Captain. A damned rotten shame. More of America's blood poured on this forsaken land. Good luck. Don't go giving me another letter to write. medics say Gerhard will be fine, but he'll limp for the rest of his life. Headquarters said that he will be taken to an internment camp south of Paris.
Glad to hear it. He was a fine chap for a German.
I thought you had it in for all the Jerrys, lad.
No, sir. Only one in particular. Wish they weren't so damn determined to make us beat them back to Germany.
Have you heard the statistics out of the Argonne? Nearly 80% casualties. Bound to make some of our boys vengeful.
We'd all be better off if they just put down their weapons peacefully. I'm afraid we're still months away from the end.
Oh, before I forget, Captain, since you've been doing such a nice job lately, HQ has decided to give you a promotion. How does Major sound to you?
Sounds just fine, sir.
Oh, and don't forget, you've got another medal coming for your work at St. Mihiel. A man with so many kills to his credit is an inspiration to every flyer he meets. His flying in the Battle of St. Mihiel was more than inspiring. It was victory personified. Today, in recognition of his superior achievement, America honors him with the Distinguished Flying Cross.
October 12th, 1918, 16:30 hours.
Get out of the way, or get to work. Sir,
How's the work coming on that Fokker, Earl?
you know that Ken told me to forget it.
Sure. That's why I didn't ask in front of him. So how's it going?
Well, between you, me, and the wall, I should have it flyable soon.
Good. Because I think we've got that Trojan horse you wanted.
Kinda my thought, too.
We've lost nearly half of our squadron in the past month. Until the top brass can wrangle some more pilots our way, we're going to have to do double duty. So I'm afraid I've got to put you up again today.
I understand, sir.
Headquarters wants our flyers up to supervise the Allied advance on the Meuse. Any enemy target is viable. I know you're tired, son, and I'm sorry. Do the best you can.
still can't get over you drinking with the Jerry. After one of them killed your friend Charlie?
Charles died in the line of duty, Jimmy, and Gerhard didn't kill him.
Doesn't matter, he's still a stinking Jerry.
It does matter, Jimmy. If Gerhard had been the victor of that dogfight, he would have given Charles some dignity in death. The reason why I'm going to hunt down Ulrich Gertman and send him flaming to hell isn't because he killed my friend. It's because he took away Charles's dignity.
Dispatches say that our boys can see the Meuse River from their positions. Perhaps that means we could go home soon.
You in that big a hurry, Henry? Thought you were still sorting out what girl you had made what promise to.
What one of us doesn't want to go home, pal? I think I've narrowed the list for the prospective Mrs. Brooks quite a bit. Only 5 left in the running. You can still change your mind on picking one of the rejects. Not a bad lot.
Trying to break the Kaiser single-handedly, Major? That makes quite a few you've downed now. You're not trying to be a hero, are you?
Heroes are dead men who simply haven't dropped yet, Ken. I intend to go home after this is over.
I'm glad to hear it. I wish all our pilots felt that way.
October 22nd, 1918. 0600 hours.
I don't like it, son. I think it's a harebrained stunt that will get you killed.
The top brass want that munitions factory taken out, Ken. And I think I can do it without risking the entire squadron. If I'm wrong, then I'll be a landowner here, in good company. Hundreds of boys die every moment we sit and wait, Ken. The Brussels munitions factory is Jerry's only hope of continuing the war. Without it, they'll have to surrender, now, not later.
It's suicide. One man to blow up a factory that far over enemy lines?
Not since Earl fixed Gerhard's DR-1. It will be our Trojan horse. One man in a German plane has more chance than an entire Allied squadron. They won't know until I'm too far inside for them to stop me. If I'm wrong, send the rest of the squadron up tomorrow. My death won't change anything.
I don't like it, son. You might want to polish up your goggles, Major, because you're going to need them just to look in the mirror.
You lost me, Ken. What are you talking about?
You single-handedly took out that munitions factory, Major. That makes you a hero, and headquarters loves to give heroes medals. Our boys have you to thank for putting the nail in the Kaiser's coffin.
But it's not over yet. It won't be over for me until I know Gertman is dead.
For your courageous, single-handed destruction of the German munitions factory at Brussels, it is my pleasure to award you with the Victoria Cross.
November 10th, 1918, 0700 hours.